So welcome everybody. As you know, my name's Julie, and I'd like to extend a warm welcome to Her Majesty's Lord Lieutenant
Mrs. Elizabeth Fothergill,
CBE, and Mr. Nigel Chapman, Deputy Lieutenant of Nottinghamshire, and we'll proceed with the presentation.
Well, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes. What a joy to be here, and thank you all very much for coming. As Her Majesty's Lord Lieutenant for the County of Derbyshire, it's my great honour and pleasure to present the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen for some truly exceptional organisations. So I'm absolutely delighted to be here today to present the award to Fibro Active. May I offer my most sincere congratulations to you all. As you know, the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service is an annual award for outstanding achievement by groups who volunteer their own time to enhance and improve the quality of life and opportunity of others in their communities. It was created in 2002 to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Queen's coronation, and we're soon approaching the 60th anniversary. And the Queen made her announcement in her speech to both Houses of Parliament on the 30th of April 2002, and it seems as relevant today, so I will quote it, what she said. Over these last 50 years on visits up and down this country, I've seen at first hand and met so many people who are dedicating themselves quietly and selflessly to the service of others. I would especially like to thank those very many people who give their time voluntarily to help others. I'm pleased that the Jubilee is to be marked by the introduction of the Queen's Jubilee Award, an annual award for voluntary service by groups in the community. I hope that this will give added recognition to those whose generosity of time and energy in the service of others is such a remarkable tradition in our society. I'm sure she'd be saying the same if she was here. Any group doing volunteer work that provides a social, economic, or environmental service to the local community can be nominated for the award. Each group is assessed on the benefit it brings to the local community and its standing within that community. The Queen's Award for Voluntary Service is only for exceptional groups of volunteers who are making a positive impact in their community and benefiting others through their work. The assessors are looking for volunteers who've taken the initiative to create, lead and drive forward the work of their organisation and are doing this in a way which is truly distinctive and excellent. The rigorous assessment looks at the need for the group's activity, its impact and reputation, and they also look for evidence that the volunteer activity is exceptional and that volunteers are initiating and determining the group's work. They take into account how far the group has achieved standards of excellence in its organisations and its dealing with volunteers. And Fibro Active fulfilled all these criteria. The Queen's Award for Voluntary Service is the highest award given to local volunteer groups across the UK to recognise outstanding work done in their community. It is the equivalent of the MBE for voluntary groups. You and your fellow volunteers at Fibro Active are truly exceptional and inspiring people, making a significant difference and impact on the lives of others. There have been only some 20 Queen's Awards for voluntary service in the last 10 years, So I'm just delighted that your wonderful work has been recognised and rewarded. Huge congratulations. You should all be justifiably proud. Well done.
Lord Lieutenant, Lady Mayor, civic dignitaries, I am going to read the citation, but before I do it, I just want to explain this citation was done in 2019. So many things will have altered since then and improved. But I was delighted and honoured to spend many sessions with you here and attend your AGM, so that I had a great feel as to what happened. And it was then I wrote the citation and sent it to London along with the application form. So the citation that I wrote started, on the visit, it was clear to see the exceptional qualities of the group and very much different to the National Society. The difference the classes make to the users is plain to anyone attending. The NHS does not provide this service, and all these volunteers give their time for no monetary gain, and so the joy given and the smiling faces was the rich reward for the volunteers. The sessions are to help those affected overcome the pain, stiffness, loneliness and isolation that diseases can bring. Many have lost their work due to ill health and can feel worthless. The aim is to empower people to carry on and grow in confidence. Users are encouraged to slowly move joints and to start to walk again within their own ability. The NHS has no cure or prevention, and so many felt let down by the health services, become isolated, are given antidepressants or painkillers that can be very addictive. They provide a service the NHS cannot afford or has the staff to undertake. Their leader, who you know well, had fibromyalgia and found there was no support network locally, and so 4 years ago she set up the group. I remember 2019. It is a support service mainly for fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome sufferers. The classes help the users to cope with their condition, but also not to feel lonely and abandoned. The Tai Chi sessions help to free the joints to relieve pain and stiffness. Some have returned to part-time work, but others are able to cope much better at home with less outside help. The hypnotherapy and open space room are used for mental health issues, and whilst at the time they pay for specialist trained counsellor, 2 members are on courses to undertake this training. Social activities are used to integrate members and to provide relief from pain and mobility. Bocker is a type of carpet bowls played from the sitting position so that all may participate. The staff are all volunteers and are led by a very enthusiastic and inspirational leader. She has a number of volunteers to help, but the leader can put in 40 hours per week. The group is well run, and the governance, which I had to check in its committee, who have divided and special skills. Their activities have been written in national magazines as to how to develop best practice. It is recognised by the local hospitals and GP surgeries that refer patients, and now Age Concern refer the elderly who are at risk of falls. Tai Chi offers help and advice on movement and mobility to prevent falls. The group has been endorsed by the local mayor and MP as the value of their work was recognised. The numbers are growing daily and will soon outstrip the hall. They are holding sessions at night to cover the extra demand. The qualities of this group are recognised by the winning local awards, ASDA and the best practice recognised locally and nationally. If we go back to when it was first advertised on the web, they had a massive 60 responses overnight. They now have 430, again 2019, on the closed Facebook page, and 150 regularly use this service. In all my years in the NHS, I have not seen such an enthusiastic, hard-working and dedicated group of volunteers whose sole aim is to help the suffering of others. And that was the citation I sent to London to back up the application.
Well, that was marvellous and a fantastic opportunity for me to learn more about the rigorous assessment that went behind this. And thank you very much for Mr. Chapman for bringing that today. It was wonderful to hear. So it's usual now to read out the actual certificate. It's been signed by Her Majesty the Queen, and it says, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of our other realms and territories, Queen, Defender of the Faith. 2. Fibro Active, providing positive support for people with fibromyalgia and CFS, ME, in Long Eaton, Erewash. Greeting. We, being cognizant of the said group's outstanding voluntary work in the community, and being desirous of showing our royal favour, do hereby confer upon it the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service by Groups in the Community 2020. For such period as the group continues to provide its current service, and do hereby give permission for the authorised emblem of the said award to be displayed on the group's letterhead and other public material, given at our Court of St James's under our Royal Sign Manual this 2nd day of June 2020, in the 69th year of our reign. Congratulations.
We wouldn't have received this great honour without the dedication of our members and our Tai Chi students and all those people who over the years have supported us with various other services. So thank you very much.
And now this absolutely beautiful and very heavy glass award.
That's what
So well done to everybody.
So thank you very much, Lord Lieutenant and Deputy Lieutenant. On behalf of the Fibro Active committee members and students of Tai Chi, I would like to thank everyone for us gaining this award. We would not be celebrating it here today if it wasn't for everyone in this room and those who are joining us on Zoom. Is there anybody there yet?
Hyacinth.
Okay. So, fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome does not discriminate. And we have come from isolation to creating a diverse, unconditionally supportive community that extends into our community Tai Chi classes as well. You all go away with a token of appreciation, and I hope you wear it with pride. Thank you very much. So there's going to be a short session now of photographs, and we're just going to ask different people to come up to have the formal photograph taken, and then there'll be a short recording before we do a little demonstration for you. Okay, thank you.
like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, so my name is Julie Barker and I'm the chairperson of Fibro Active.
And I'm Jane Gordon, and I'm the treasurer of Fibro Active.
Excellent. So, could you tell us a little bit about the inspiration for Fibro Active, the group?
Yeah, so a few years ago now, 2014, I sadly lost my father, and I found that he was the only person that I knew that had also got fibromyalgia. And a few months after his death, I met up with an old colleague who suggested that we could start a support group, and at the time I was quite poorly, so we took about a year of putting things together, and then we launched in March 2016.
Excellent. So what about yourself, Jane? How did you become associated with Fibro Active?
Well, I was walking on the park on a Saturday afternoon and I bumped into Julie. I've known Julie for donkey's years through dog walking, but on this one occasion we got talking and she said something about a fibromyalgia group. And I said, what are you talking about? Have you got fibromyalgia then? And she said, yes. And I said, oh, well, I've just been diagnosed. So of course she said, come along to this group. So I thought, well, I've got to support her, so I went along to the group and never escaped it.
Would you say you have quite a dynamic relationship then, if you're obviously on a committee of leadership? How does that work, or do you sort of have to have a balance between your professional group life and your social life?
I think it's just a natural partnership all round, because we've known each other donkey's years through walking the dogs on the park for many, many years. And Jane's known my mum and dad for many years as well. So when we both came together, it's almost as if we fitted like a glove, and there's no competition or anything. It's just, we just yin-yang. It's really, really good partnership.
Well, it does help that you do all the organisational things, because that's what you do. And I do the accounts, and Julie doesn't really have a very good grasp of accounting, so I get left to my own devices.
Excellent. So you just interesting. You just mentioned yin yang. Obviously, that obviously ties in on another level, doesn't it, with the activities that you do within Fibro? Could you tell us a bit more about some of the techniques you use within the group to overcome difficulties of Fibro?
Yeah, so we've when we first started the group, we researched what the needs of the individual members were. For example, how long they sat during the day, how they bunched the activities together, whether they were pacing themselves, how much they actually knew about the illness. And from that we were able to put together a programme that gives a holistic support. So we have workshops that educate members about the illness, so it enables them to accept and manage their symptoms. We also have emotional support sessions, because that's something that goes alongside every illness, is that key support work. And also it's educating members in the fact that they need to keep their muscles healthy, and that the pain levels does increase with the lack of activity. So we were able to start Tai Chi classes right early on, and we found the benefits were so amazing that we were able to bring it into the group, and from then on Jane and I became instructors, so we could sustain the classes for the members, and it's just grown from there.
Jane, is there anyone you'd like to thank you for today?
Yeah, so everyone who's been invited today has played a part in the group since its inception, whether it's right at the start or nearer to this time where we've got new group members and new Tai Chi students. So we're grateful to everyone who has played their part, because without them there would be no group. Okay, we're like the glue and the organisers that put all the bits together, but it's without the professionalism of the partners and the enthusiasm of the members and the Tai Chi students, there wouldn't be the group that we've got today. In particular, if I hadn't answered a message from Alan Penn 5 years ago, I wouldn't be wearing Erlen lenses today. That's helped me progress the group. These are my magic lenses, and if anybody knew me 5 years ago, you'd know that how poorly I was. So to actually be able to improve my health and my capabilities, to be able to run the group is one of the key things that sticks out in my mind. But we've got a long list of people, from Kev Hatton, who helped put the ideas together and helped start the group. We've got Kay Smith, who has helped with the events prior to COVID. Debbie Martin helped with the first logo and t-shirts design. And then we go to Katz Patterson at the Volunteer Centre, who has supported us and helped formalise the group. There's so many people that we can thank. I don't know if you want to thank the group members, the volunteers, etc.
Well, I think we ought to say thank you to the committee members, because we've had quite a few different committee members over the time we've been in the group, and they've all added their special skills and been helpful. And also, most importantly, I suppose, really, is the group members, because if the group members didn't come to the group, we wouldn't have a group. And they all chip in with whatever help they can give, even if it's just washing the pots up at the end of a meeting. And when we're messing around with technology that we don't understand, it is so reassuring to know that the practical things like putting the pots away and leaving the kitchen tidy is being taken care of. So thank you, everyone.
Jane, could you tell us a little bit about how Queen's Award came about for the group?
Well, we were invited to a meeting by the Lord Lieutenant of Derbyshire to see if we'd be interested in applying for the Queen's Award, which we were really surprised about, because we were only a small group and we'd only been going about 3.5 years, which was their minimum requirement. But we went along and we decided we'd give it a try and go for it. And we were then later on interviewed by the Deputy Lord Lieutenant of Nottinghamshire. We were hopeful, but we thought, well, again, only a small group, and there seemed to be many more causes that were more worthy than us. But to our great surprise, we were awarded it. And it's been a period of excitement for us, because it's a major thing. I mean, for Julie, who's been involved in volunteering for years and years, she was really, really impressed. And for me, it was just something that in my walk of life I've not come across. And the group members have all been really excited about it. And of course, it's now come to this day that we're receiving the award.
Julie, please would you tell us a little bit about the Tai Chi and its relation to the Fibro group?
Yes, back in the day when we first started the group, the first lot of people who came to join us asked if they could have a taster of Tai Chi, but we couldn't find an instructor anywhere. It turns out that I've been seeing my own physio, Chris Davenport, and he was a Dr. Lam Tai Chi for arthritis instructor. So we went for a taster session. There was a few of us that went, and some of us signed up for his course. We found it so beneficial that we found the funding to bring Chris into the group. And Chris has helped deliver fortnightly sessions ever since, up until lockdown. To help sustain the group, he suggested Jane and I became Tai Chi for Health instructors as well, which was a big turn in our life skills. And we were able to expand out through Joe Briggs approaching us, through Strictly No Falling Age UK, Derby and Derbyshire, to join their programme, and those classes sustain the group. So we now run 5 classes for the community, and the income from that goes straight into the group. Thereafter that, we took advantage of lockdown, and we used Zoom to access the Dane Institute Level 1 instructor course to further our skills, and we're now able to put on a wide range of activities for all abilities in our new falls prevention programme.
Jane, could you tell us a bit about the effect that Tai Chi has had on management of the symptoms of fibromyalgia for yourself?
My main symptoms of fibro are pain, which I know sounds strange, but that's probably the least of most of our worries. And I find the Tai Chi is really good for my anxieties. It allows me to get into a peaceful place where I can be calm and relaxed. And I can just get into the flow of it, and off I go. And that's it really for me. That's my main thing.
Julie, what about yourself? Have you experienced Tai Chi in a similar way, or does it affect you differently?
Well, when I first started Tai Chi, I was dependent on a mobility scooter. So mine is more physical, and I could barely stay upright for the whole of the lessons. My arms would feel like bricks. But as time's gone on, I've been able to build my core strength, lower my pain levels, and also manage the rest of my symptoms through regular Tai Chi practice and teachings. So if I don't do Tai Chi for a week or so, my body feels as if it's going into a decline. But it's certainly strengthened my core and my legs to help with the management of risk of falls, and also everyday life, being able to reduce stiffness and have healthier, flexible muscles. So it's had an all-round benefit for me. Now it's time for our Tai Chi students who are currently breaking it to take their positions in front of the audience so we can do a short demonstration of Tai Chi, and we will be with you in a moment. Arthritis parts 1 and 2. Commence.
Beautiful, thank you everybody. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So glad you could make it. If anybody doesn't know, Dr. Lamb is, sorry, somebody tell him. Oh, well, sorry, I didn't realise she's... Dr. Lamb's our master trainer in Australia and the founder of Tai Chi, the form that we've just done, which is the Tai Chi for arthritis part 1 and 2. So thank you, because we have seen what a huge benefit this routine has for the people that have come through our classes over the few years we've been training. So it's a big honour for us to be here with you today. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you guys. They're so beautiful. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. Is it okay if we have a photo with you, Dr. Lamb?
Of course, yes.
Yes. Oh, Jackie wants to say something.
Hello, Dr. Lamb. It's lovely to meet you. I heard a lot about you through all the sessions that we've had with Julie and Jane. And it's an honour to see you here today with us, even though you're how many thousands of miles away, in a country which is a lot warmer than we've got at the moment. But all I just wanted to say was I wanted to, on behalf of the group, wanted to thank both Julie and Jane for their teaching their patience and making it enjoyable. I've been doing it now for 3 years, and I feel I've come a long way. And it has helped with my age, balance, you know, with the prevention of falling, that sort of thing. It certainly has helped. But I want to, on behalf of all these people here who have become my friends, I would like to say a really big thank you to Julie and Jane for all their hard work and patience and making it so enjoyable.
Yeah, just you guys are beautiful, and you know the greatest thing is you did it yourself, and I'm sure Julie and Jane feel the same as me, that we are like a guy, but you did the work yourself, and I'm so proud of you, everybody, and Nura, who really sowed the seeds and did so much work. Thank you, Nura, too.
Fabulous, thank you. So we'll show you this, but when we come to your workshop next year, we'll bring it with us. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. So,
oh, that's beautiful.
Can't really see it.
Yeah.
We'll send you a photograph.
Yes, please. And I look forward to see it and touch it.
Dr. Lamb, I don't know if you realise how significant this is, because in the last 10 years, only 20 awards have been awarded by the Queen for this kind of work. So we feel really proud of Julie and Jane and what they've achieved. Thank you.
what we're going to do is say goodbye to our Zoom friends, and we'll wish you all well, and we'll see you all soon, and we'll send the photographs over to you. Okay, so thank you so much, Nuala, Hyacinth, Dr. Lamb, and we'll see you all again soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.